I think we can start. Hi again, everyone. My name is Andriy Stavrin, and I'm the engineering director at Agiliway. Today, I want to talk about RAG, Retrieval-Augmented Generation. We will not just look at the technology, we will look at how to turn raw information into useful business knowledge. So let's start. It all starts with a problem, the risk of ungrounded AI. You have probably heard that large language models often hallucinate. This means they confidently invent facts they do not exist. This is not just a small error, it's significant business risk. Imagine using AI to talk to customer or make decisions. If the model invents facts, it can hurt your business. So how do we stop the AI from making things up? The answer is very simple: context. Think of the AI like a new employee. They are smart, but they don't know your company's rules or your private data. If you ask them some specific questions without giving them documentations, they will just guess. And that is very dangerous. So we have to give them the right files before they answer. That is what context is. We essentially say to the AI, here is the truth, and use this information to generate the answer. This way, the model stops hallucinating and guessing, and use real information to answer your questions. So let's see what happens without a context. Here is the chatbot for our company Agiliway. A user asks how many vacations you can take in Agiliway. The AI guess, and it says that Agiliway usually has 12 official day offs, but the answer is not true. It is generated simply based on the AI's general information. For HR, this is a big mistake. Now let's see what happens with the context. In the system prompt, we just add one extra line. As you can see, context, Agiliway company has 20 day offs per year. And the user asks the same question. Now the AI answers correctly that Agiliway has 20 day offs based on the facts we provided before in context. This is a correct answer. But here is the problem. Providing context manually does not scale. We cannot manually type our whole company history into every chat window. So how can we provide the right context for every query from our massive company knowledge? We need to automate this. This brings us to RAG. It stands for Retrieval-Augmented Generation. The name sounds technical, but the idea is very simple. Remember how we manually passed the text in the last example? RAG does that automatically for you. Think of RAG as a bridge. It connects brain AI to all your company information. So instead of guessing, the AI can find correct answer in your documents and use it to answer your question. So basically, RAG is a context plus automated search. There are three main steps. The first one, retrieval. We search for relevant information from trusted sources like documents or APIs or any other information where you store, like any other document where you store information. Augmented, we enrich the prompt by putting retrieved information directly to the request. And last step is generation. So the LLM now generates answer based on grounded real data, not just a guess. Let's look at the architecture diagram. So first, user submits a query. The system does not go straight to the AI. First, it goes to retrieval. It searches databases or files or APIs for some specific information. Next is augmentation. The retrieved information is injected to the prompt. And finally, we have a generation. So the AI gives us a grounded response based on facts that we found during the retrieval. And as a result, we have a correct answer. Context can come from anywhere, from anywhere your organization stores information. On this slide, you can see that it can be a vector database or knowledge graphs or documents or any files where you have. It can be some technical database like Postgres, MySQL database, or any other. It can be some live information from APIs. So it doesn't matter where you store information. RAG is just a architecture, and you can take information from any source. On this slide, you can see some specific examples like support or finance or legal, but the truth is that RAG is very, very universal. It doesn't matter what department you are in. If you have data, document databases or APIs, and you have people asking questions, so RAG works for you. It turns like some specific files into some real assistant, and you can use it everywhere from onboarding new employees to analyzing some complex markets or trends. The logic is always the same. So, okay, enough slides, and I don't want just to talk about the rack, but I want to show you how it works in real time. I'm going to switch screens now, and I have prepared 5 examples to show you the evolution of the system. We will go step by step from first to the last one. One moment, I'll switch the screen. Hmm. So now you can see the code. Here I prepared 5 examples, as I said previously. The first one example is just an example that how LLM hallucinating. The second one, we will try to fix it manually hard-coded information in a context. The third one, we built a simple agent. It has specific tool to read information from a text file. The fourth example, we built an online store agent. It connected to a mocked API, and you can ask some real questions about the product information. And the final example is the same as fourth, but with a memory. So let's go one by one, and I will show you how it works. Let's start from the first one. So what you can see here is just some simple script, a Python script, a LangChain library. We are connected to a OpenAI library. The model is very, very, very small and cheap. It's GPT-4o mini, so it's like a cheapest model in OpenAI. But it's enough for our agent to use it like an assistant. So here is what we have here. We just have one LLM invoke and that's all. So let's run it to show how it works. So in these examples, I will show you how the LLM hallucinate. I will ask, what is the day today? And the answer is that it's October 3rd. So it's not but the year is 2023. So as you can see, it's not true. I can also ask some questions about Agiliway. How many vacations you can take in Agiliway? The answer is very general, that you can take something in Agiliway, but nothing specific. So we don't have a real information here. So all these answers are just general answers based on some general information from the web. Let's now move to the second example. What we have here is now we have the same simple invoke to LLM, but with a context inside. Context is hard-coded. So what we can see is that now we added some additional information about day and about Agiliway company. So that today is a real day and the Agiliway company has 20 vacations and some information about the Agiliway. Let's run it. Let's ask the same questions. What is the day today? And as you can see, the answer is correct now because we added this information to a system prompt. So it's a context. Here is a longsmith where we can debug our request to LLM and check what is inside it. So as you can see in the first example, we have just a question and answer, nothing specific. In second example, we have already context, what I told previously, that today is Wednesday, and Agiliway company has 20 vacations and some general information about Agiliway. And here is my question, and here is the answer, the correct answer. Let's run one more example. One moment, I will run it. How many vacations can you take in Agiliway? So as you can see, the answer is correct now. And let's check how it looks here in Langsmith. So we have again the same hard-coded information about Agiliway. We have a question and we have a correct answer. So we already fixed a first example just by adding a context. But now let's move forward to a third example where you see already not a context, but a rack. And we will see what is the difference between second and third examples. So what we have here already the agent. As you can see, we have agent, LangChain agent with a model GPT-4o mini with tools tools, like we have two tools. First one is get Agiliway info, where we just load everything from a text file. Let's open it. So as you can see here, we have some information about Agiliway. And second tool is today date. So we just return the today date, and that's all. So the difference is that we don't hardcode the context. We have already two tools, and LLM can take information if needed automatically without us. So let's run it and ask the same question. How many vacations you can take in Agiliway? And as you can see, the answer is correct, 20 vacation days. We can check it. In our txt files, we have the same information. The number of days is 20. We can ask one more example. Let's say where Agiliway office located. One moment, I will run it. Where the Agiliway office located. And the answer is again correct. You can compare. Here is the answer from LLM. We have in Ukraine, in Poland, in USA. The answer is right based on our documentation. Now let's check how it looks in Langsmith to understand how it works. So we have two examples. First one, we ask a question about vacations. So what we can see here, as the question is about vacations, the AI first want to run the tool get Agiliway info. The tool returns the answer about Agiliway info. As you can see here, the tool get Agiliway info returns information from our txt files, and then AI based on this information and first prompt generates the answer, and the answer is correct. And second example is very similar. So we asked about office located. First AI asked Agiliway info, again the same information here, and the answer is based on the information from our txt files and from the prompt user prompt. So third one, it's already the RAG. Let's move forward and make it more complex. I will open the fourth example where we have already the e-commerce assistant. So here we have again a LangChain agent, AI agent, which is connected to a database, product database, and we can chat with it to ask some specific questions about the product. So let's check how it looks. Agent with tools, some system prompts that this is AI, shopping assistant, please help customers to find product, and all of this. And we have three tools: search product based on product name. We have second tool, list all products, to return the full catalog, and again get today date. And now let's check what is inside. So we are waiting for a product name. We make it lowercase, and next we just take it from a database. Here is the mocked database. So this is just a JSON with some information about products. So we can see that we have iPhone 16 Pro, we have some headphones, we have iPhone 15 Pro with some information about it, we have iPhone 15 with some information, iPhone 14 with some information, and this tool just get information based on product name. So let's run it and check how it works. I prepared few questions already, so we can ask what is the price of the iPhone 16 Pro. By the way, I can do a typo here, so I can write, for example, from small, like this one, together. As you can see, AI answered about iPhone 16 Pro. Let's check if it's a true 16 Pro. So the price $999, correct. The product details is correct. Everything what we have in our JSON files. Let's check how it looks from a locksmith, how it works inside. So what we see here, the process is bigger. So we asked AI what is the price. The AI tried to search product based on our prompt, but what is very nice that, as you can see, I asked iPhone 16 Pro without a space here, but AI already fixed the name because AI has some general information from a web, and our tool returned that iPhone 16 Pro was not found. And here is a list of all available products. After that, AI has already information about what we have inside, what user asked, and AI want to ask to run another tool search product with already another name, iPhone 16 Pro. And here is the answer from a tool. So we have already all the answer inside. And as a result, AI already know the information about 16 Pro and can generate a correct answer to a user. So we see that AI runs two-time search product to find a right product name. And the last example is almost the same. Let's return back to the fourth example. So I can show you now another questions which about another questions that I am looking for a phone with a budget 800. And here, as you can see, I have some answers: iPhone 15, iPhone 15 Pro, iPhone 14. And now I want to know which one have more space, more storage. And what we see that AI doesn't know the previous message. As a result, AI doesn't know about what we are talking about, so AI cannot compare phones for me, and we will fix this in a next example. So the fifth example is the same as fourth, but here we have already a message history let's run the same question to show you how it works. So it's like the same file, but with a history inside. So here we have conversation history with user prompts, with AI answers, and we pass that information together with a prompt like a context. And based on this, AI can generate a correct answer for me. Let's ask the same question. First, we ask that we are looking for something around some specific budget. So we have the same answer, iPhone 16, 15, 15 Pro, and 14. And now when I ask which one have more storage, as you can see, now we see the answer because AI already knows that we are talking about those three specific phones, and we have the answer with the storage and price already. So let's compare it in Langsmith, how it looks. Here is a history, and the first question is here. I asked for a phone in budget, and AI tried to search a product. It's a wrong tool to find information. Then again, search product, bad, wrong tool. Then AI tried to get the full catalog, and based on this answer, generate the answer for me. And the second question was already with a history. So what we see here, I asked, but we see the history here. So first I asked for an iPhone in budget. The answer is here. And then my prompt was which phone will have more storage. And the answer will be based on the previous message. The answer will be correct. And as you can see here, AI asked for AI tried to find product 15, 15 Pro, 14 few times with the wrong names and then with the correct names. Here is answers from tools. And the final answer is based on what we found in our database and what we discussed previously with AI. So yeah, it was the last example prepared for today, and now I can answer some questions if we have some questions. Let me try to check the chat and if we have something. The question is, what role of LangChain is here? So LangChain is just a library which helps to write a code, that's all. So nothing more. So we can do the same without LangChain, but we need to write more code with a simple Python. Dashboard, I mean LC dashboard. LangChain dashboard, or I don't understand the question. I showed you a Langsmith dashboard if you are talking about this one, right? Or no? So this is a Langsmith. Yeah, this is not a LangChain, this is a Langsmith. This is a product of, like one of the product from a company which is the author of LangChain. So it's like a one company. And Langsmith is like a debug tool to see all your requests to LLM and all your answers. So here you can see the history. Like I ask something and I have the answer, but between question and answer, I have a lot of different conversations between LangChain and AI. As you can see here, we can see that first, like AI tried to run some tool and the answer of a tool. So we can see the cost, we can see what model we use, we can see how many tokens we are using. So here you can see like all the information about LLM request. And this is not specific to LangChain. This is just like a tool where you can see all your requests to a LLM. Doesn't matter what LLM are using, OpenAI or Llama or something else, so it doesn't matter. I hope that I answered your question. So do we have something else? Is it like a platform, OpenAI? No, OpenAI is a company. The owner of like OpenAI is a company which provides LLMs like ChatGPT, like product is ChatGPT, but Langsmith is just a tool where you can debug your connection to LLM. So OpenAI provides no. So platform OpenAI, this is a dashboard for OpenAI paid users. So when you are using OpenAI models, they are not free, so you need to pay. And platform OpenAI, this is a dashboard of your OpenAI account where you can see like all your expenses and all charges and some logs and all of this. But you cannot track how your code talk with LLMs. For this, you have Langsmith or some another examples. That's all. Thank you for your time and enjoy the end of day. Bye bye. See you.